these are really easy ways to help people help their own health and help them when their issues are small.
Yeah.
So hopefully you don't get big, difficult health problems to deal with.
The top 7 wellness tips of 2021. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 31. Well, hello, welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt and
Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. This episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for your great wellness. Head over right now to waterdistillers.com. Okay, it is, we're getting near the end of the year of 2021. We're recording this in December, and, this year is the year we launched the podcast.
Yes.
And how has that changed your life? What do you think about this podcast?
I like it.
Why do you like doing the podcast?
I like educating.
Yeah.
On health issues and how people can help themselves to be healthier.
Yeah.
And what I love, actually why I got into essential oils, was because these are really easy ways to help people help their own health and help them when their issues are small.
Yeah.
So hopefully you don't get big, difficult health problems to deal with, but you can solve them quickly and easily on your own at home.
Yeah.
With your own knowledge and with your own little essential oil bottles.
Yep.
And I absolutely love that.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready to wrap up season 1. Season 2 starts in 2022. And what we're going to do on this show today is kind of go back and look at some of the tips from our 30 episodes previous to this one and talk about the top 7 wellness tips for 2021. One tip before we get into that is, if you haven't yet subscribed to this podcast, you can do it on your podcast app real easily. Just find the follow or subscribe button. If you're over on YouTube watching the video version of this, you can just click the little bell. And what that'll do is every time we put out a new episode, you'll get notified of that. And so that's a great thing. So, these are in no particular order, but what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we'll just start with tip number 1 of the top 7 wellness tips of 2021.
What I found was essential oils can help your body let go of those feelings. Like when you're mad at someone and you need to forgive them, but you don't want to. And you've got this feeling inside like, I don't want to forgive. Yeah. But if you put on valor and then put on the oil of forgiveness, it helps your body release it so you can do the work of forgiveness.
Yeah. Now, some people there is an oil that's a forgiveness oil. It's a blend of oils, right?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Oh, it's amazing.
Let's take a little.
It's a pink.
Mm-hmm. Do you
pinkish
forgive me?
Bottle. Yeah, I forgive you.
I don't know what for, but I'm sure there's many things you could forgive me for.
Well, okay. So
don't start the list. All right. Well, that was an awesome tip, and but there's more to come. That was only number 1. So let's get in now to top wellness tip number 2 of 7 of the year 2021. This is the key here. This is the difference, is what is the first step you can take? And talk a little bit about that, because that all of a sudden makes it sound a little easier to do.
Yeah. So you want to make your first step a very small step, ridiculously small, so that you can achieve it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
I could think back to my sleep one,
Yeah.
I could take 1 minute before I went to bed and thought about, is there anything bothering me from today?
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? And I'm going to just think about that, maybe talk about it, pray about it, put some oil on, release it.
Yeah. And you could even have a little card, let's say, taped to the mirror as you're getting ready that says, is there anything I'm worried about, right?
Or anything bothering me
today.
today.
Is there anything bothering me? Yeah. So that's a first step.
Yeah.
And by doing that, that may help you not wake up in the middle of the night, which may help you get the full night's sleep, which may help you feel energized. I mean,
yes.
It all kind of rolls together, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right, that's number 2. Now, before we go any farther, just want to remind you that if you would like to connect with us, we would love to offer you a free discovery call. It's a 15-minute call where we talk about your wellness goals or what you'd like to learn more about or discover about. That's why we call it a discovery call. So you can go over to Hunt4Wellness.com and press the blue connect button and schedule a time when we can either talk by phone or Zoom, whatever you're comfortable with, but we'll get into that discovery call with you and help you take the first step in a greater wellness journey. So let's get back now to our top 7 tips, wellness tips of 2021, and this is number 3.
Negative ions are around water that's been agitated, so like by waterfalls or bubbling water by the shore of the ocean, and those negative ions go into the air. They clean the air. They're very positive. They have a very positive benefit. Just like when we want to be outside and walk by the beach because, it just feels so good to walk by the beach, but you're actually getting all these negative ions that are reducing depression symptoms, uplifting, good for the immune system, just overall wellness.
Right.
So we can bring the waterfall and the walk by the beach into our home.
Okay, number 3. Did you like that one?
Yep.
Well, of course you did. You were the one giving the tip, so
right.
That's awesome. You better love all these. All right, let's move on now to tip number 4.
And so I'm thinking I'm using a clean product.
Yeah.
And it was not. It was not clean. So that was really annoying.
That's good. By the way, for those watching, I can hold up this little sheet we have, which is called List of Ingredients to Avoid. But you can get that over at the Hunt4Wellness.com podcast page for this episode, which is episode number 20. It's a free download. And it's amazing. First of all, if you can pronounce 3 out of 5, or you're doing well. I know there's a lot of big words there, so I'm gonna let Christy talk through some of those words. But these are things that are found in common products, right?
Right. So one of the first one listed is benzoyl peroxide, which people might have heard about acne.
Yeah.
The active ingredient, benzoyl peroxide, use that. But OSHA, which is the Occupational Safety Health Administration, has a material safety data sheet, MSDS.
Yeah, and that's usually available for most products that have chemicals in them.
Yeah, which they list the hazardous ingredients in a product.
Yeah.
So they have one for benzoyl peroxide, and they say it's a possible tumor promoter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, may damage the DNA in humans and other mammal cells. It is toxic by inhalation, and it can be an eye, skin, and respiratory irritant.
But it can get rid of acne.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Get rid of acne and cause many, many other problems you don't want to deal with. Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's number 4, which I like that one personally. And again, if you would like to connect with us to talk about your wellness journey and have what we call a discovery call, just head over to Hunt4Wellness.com. There's a blue connect button right there, and you can find out anything you want about oils, your wellness journey. We talked to you. It's really quick, 15 minutes, but gets you started in the right direction. Okay, we are on tip number
5.
Here it is.
So keeping the lights, lower.
Yeah.
And not working on the computers up until bedtime, because those are bright blue lights that make your body think it's day.
Oh.
And they kind of stops that melatonin.
Yeah. So one natural way is to actually stop working on the computer after maybe 7 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah.
If you can help, help that. Plus, I'm sure the EMFs that come off the machine can't help you either.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Electromagnetic field. And then just having a relaxing bedtime routine.
Yes.
Such as, turning off the computer, reading a book, a real book, not a computer book.
Not your phone. Don't be scrolling.
Right. Taking a bath, a hot bath is so nice and warm, relaxing. You could drink tea, like herbal tea, if that doesn't bother you and cause you to get up at night and go to the bathroom.
But no caffeine, right?
No caffeine. Cut the caffeine off after noon or whatever your body works for you.
Doesn't it take about 6 hours to get out of your system or something like that?
Yeah, or 5.
Okay. All right, that was number 5, and we got 2 more to go. So again, these are not in any special order, but these are just really the highlights of our podcast. We started this earlier this spring, so 30 episodes, and we're going to be kicking off season number 2 right after the first of the year. So let's get into number 6 of our top 7 wellness tips of 2021. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do to aid your sleep. We talked about that back in episode 24, so check that out. But this time, we're just going to talk about the sleep study. So again, if you want this, you can go over to Hunt4Wellness.com and go to episode either 24 or this episode 25, and you can download that for free. Let's talk about the self-sleep study. There's 2 parts to it. You have the direction sheet, and then you have the actual log, correct?
Right. So this is what the log looks like for those people that are watching.
Yeah. Pretty simple. It's a grid.
It's a grid, yep. And it has the date, the bedtime, the wake time, the hours of sleep, the quality of sleep. And so what I'm saying is write down the date of the day you go to bed. Typically, it's, before midnight. Even if it's after midnight, I would just write down. So
like Friday, even Friday at 12:01 would probably still be, or Saturday at 12:01 would be Friday at
10:22.
Yeah.
So then your wake time, your hours of sleep, your quality of sleep, and we're giving you a scale on a scale of 1 to 3, 1 being the worst, 3 being the best, so that you get like worst sleep is 1, best sleep is 3, and 2 is okay.
Right.
We don't want to make it too challenging. Did you wake up in the night? Yes or no? And if so, what time? Or if you woke up multiple times, just write those times down.
Yeah. If you can remember, or if you know when you wake up.
Just try to take note. Try to take note of that. Was there any sleep interference? And we have this on the directions. What interfered with your sleep? It could be food or drink, like caffeine or alcohol, or just eating too late or too much food, or maybe being really hungry.
And that's kind of a self-assessment too. I mean, you might have ate too much and not really thought that was the problem, but it could have been. So you could put down all the possible things, or
indigestion or nausea, or you didn't feel good.
Yeah, right.
Digestively. Thoughts or emotions, like were you thinking about something, worrying about something? Concerned about something in the future.
Did your wife yell at you right before you went to bed?
Yeah, like she never would do that.
No, she would never do that. All right. Well, I bet you
good.
Did you like that one too?
That was good. Yes,
of course. You better like these.
Yes.
I mean, you love these tips, and I love them too.
These are important for everybody.
They are really, and we cover. The purpose of this show is to talk about living your best life, mind, body, and spirit. So we cover a lot of different areas.
Yes.
This is our final tip here of the year. Now, there's way more tips than 7 that have been given this season. And just go over to Hunt4Wellness.com and click the podcast menu there, and you could pick you could binge watch this maybe over the holidays.
Yeah.
All 30 episodes. But anyway, for no further ado, let's get into our final tip, number 7 of the top 7 wellness tips of 2021.
I was thinking, why is it important to care for yourself? And I think it's actually really important to care for yourself. I'm a nurse practitioner. Actually, I've had a lot of experience helping people with their health. And one of their places is in the hospital. And I was thinking about what happens when people get to the hospital. They typically are having a health crisis. And how did they get to their health crisis? Well, I truly believe part of it was lack of self-care or partial lack of self-care, or, something like that has to do something with it. And a lot of times we think, oh, the little things that we do aren't that important, but actually they're really important. What we do and how we take care of ourselves every day is really critical to our overall wellness. So just like eating healthy, eating organic, getting lots of vegetables, getting your sleep. Once in a while we can have short days of sleep or short nights of sleep, but getting enough sleep is really important. And just like our house needs care. If you don't repair things in your house, things start to fall apart. Or a car, if you don't change the oil periodically. We've had problems with that in our family.
We like those old cars.
Yeah, but if you don't change the oil, it can be a problem. So same with our bodies. We have to care for them on a regular basis.
All right, that's it. Only 7. These are some of our favorites, but we like them all, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And there's a lot of great shows over at Hunt4Wellness.com, so make sure you check that out. Also, get ready for a great season number 2 coming up. Now, we do have one more episode coming up right before the end of the year, and then we'll kick into season 2 in January. But just want to remind you that the Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com, that provides great water distiller machinery for great water, pure water, and it is for your great wellness. So go over to waterdistillers.com. All right. Well, it's Christmas time. We can't not say Merry Christmas to people.
Yes,
and we do have one more show before the new year, so make sure you come back for that. But anything else just about trying to live your best life, mind, body, and spirit?
I think we've said a lot of good things already.
We've said 7 tips just here.
I know. I would just say have a wonderful Christmas season, and I hope all your family members are blessed and friends.
And stay well.
Yes, stay well.
This is the time of the year where you don't want to have your wellness
sick.
go down, right?
No. So stay well. Do good things to help your body be strong and healthy.
Yes.
And we pray that you have a wonderful, healthy 2022.
Yes. And we'll be back just a day or 2 before the end of the year here for our final episode of season 1, and then we'll kick off 2022 with season number 2. So come back next time for Hunt4Wellness.